because we're taking a video of the lesson. Okay? Assam, silence. Thank you.
So guys.
Okay. So, we have two different types of right triangles. One is a 45-45, and one is a 30-60-90. Okay? We have special relationships that happen between each of the legs and the hypotenuse. Okay? Now, in order to find out the relationships, we need to use the Pythagorean theorem. If we're given that each leg length is equal to s, we can find out what the hypotenuse is by saying that s squared plus s squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. Okay? 2s squared is the hypotenuse squared. Take the square root, and we have s times the square root of 2 is equal to the hypotenuse. So there's your first relationship. The leg multiplied by radical 2 is equal to the hypotenuse.
I actually do not understand how you did that. Wait, did you, when you write 2 squared, s squared, is that taking in both triangles, or?
No, just for this one.
Miss, what's
Just for this one.
Why is it squared?
I need silence, which means no talking. Thank you. Okay, Raymond, ask me again.
So why is it s squared? Why does it have to be like?
Why is it s? Well, because we're using the Pythagorean theorem. Remember Pythagorean theorem?
Mm-hmm.
A squared plus b squared equals c squared in the right triangle where this is a, b, and c. Okay? Alright. Okay. So that's how we get the hypotenuse is s radical 2. Okay, we're going to also use the Pythagorean theorem for the 30, 60, 90, but I have to draw, it's all based off of, this is an equilateral triangle, I swear. Okay, not to scale, that's okay. Now, if we take the altitude in an equilateral triangle, that divides the angle in half, and that divides the side in half. I'm going to call that S, and that's also S, okay? Equilateral triangle, side is bisected, angle is bisected by the altitude. We make this right triangle that is 30, 60, 90. So what I'm setting up here is based off of S, we can find the long leg, and we can find the hypotenuse.
Based on the Pythagorean theorem, right?
Pythagorean theorem, yes. Based on the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So, here, since it's an equilateral triangle, we know that 2 of these will equal 1 of those, right? You see that?
Yep.
2 of these equal 1 of those. This is the side of an equilateral triangle. Sides of equilateral triangles are equal. This side is 2s, this side is 2s. So we have our first relationship in the 30, 60, 90 right triangle. A short leg multiplied by 2 is the hypotenuse. Okay, short leg multiplied by 2 is the hypotenuse. Now we need to find the long leg based off of 2s and s. Okay, so we're just looking at this triangle here. S squared plus L squared is equal to 2s quantity squared, because we have to square the entire side. Okay? Alright. So we have s squared plus L squared is equal to 4s squared. Take the square root to find L. That's how we get the short leg multiplied by radical 3 is the long leg. Okay, so our relationships in the 30, 60, 90, short leg opposite the 30, short leg multiplied by radical 3 is the long leg, and the hypotenuse is 2 of the short legs. Okay? And then in the 45, we call them both, I guess you could call them both short legs. They're both the same length because it's isosceles triangle. Angles are equal, so you take one of the legs, multiply by radical 2, and you get the hypotenuse length. Okay, you can stop.
Wait.